Hey, Mike with Vanco here, and today's video I'll be walking you through 5 key reasons you need to be hosting online fundraisers for your school, so let's get into it. Now, offline fundraisers are a great way to generate funds for your various programs at your schools, but there are certainly some limitations when it comes to hosting fundraisers offline. And so adding in online fundraisers is a great way to generate more funds and to help reach your budget goals for your school and your different programs. So the first reason to host online fundraisers is it's very convenient. And so this is an easy way to host fundraisers around your schedule. You don't necessarily need a lot of volunteers to host this type of fundraiser. You might only need 1 or 2 to host the event. You don't need to deal with cash or checks or ticket handling when it comes to hosting this event. And so there's a lot of different convenience factors. It usually just takes a few minutes to set up an online fundraiser, and you can begin promoting right away at that point. And so it's definitely a great option to promote your school and to raise additional funds for your programs. On top of that, it's also convenient for your donors. They don't necessarily need to drive across town to show up for a live in-person event. It's something they can donate around their schedule, and the easier you make it for people to donate to your programs, the more likely they will. And again, this can help you increase the funds you generate for your program. The second reason you need to host online fundraisers for your school is that it can greatly expand the reach of your fundraisers. Again, when it comes to hosting offline fundraisers, those can certainly work, but it usually needs to happen at a specific time. Again, you'll need to find a venue for this, you'll need volunteers, you need people in person to collect funds, and so that can really limit the number of people that can attend your event and the people that you can reach. However, when you switch to an online fundraiser, it really opens the doors and gives you a lot more opportunities to reach more people. So for example, you can quickly promote an online fundraiser through social media. You can use email marketing and reach out to the parents of your students to promote this fundraiser. There's a lot of options, and it can give you an opportunity to generate funds outside your local community sphere that typically promote your fundraisers. So again, expanding your reach is a very important reason to host online fundraisers for your school. The third key reason to host online fundraisers for your school is that it can increase transparency and allow you to improve your tracking and data collection with your fundraising efforts. And so again, if you use an online ticketing program like Vanco Events, you'll be able to track ticket sales in real time. You'll also be able to see where your donations are coming from, learning what your most effective strategy is, who are your top donors, different things like that. And so again, you can really focus on those areas that are working and then replicate that for future events. And so really understanding the data behind your fundraisers can help you launch successful fundraisers, and that's just another great benefit of hosting fundraisers online, as you can quickly gather that data, whereas if you're using an offline event, it might get delayed with ticket taking, cash handling, taking checks from donors. All of this can slow down the process and hinder the data, and again, when you host an online fundraiser, it makes that much more simple. The fourth major reason to host online fundraisers for your school is it really gives you flexibility in your online fundraisers. And so again, I mentioned this earlier, but for traditional fundraisers, you'll need to find volunteers, you'll likely need a venue for your event. It's typically going to just be happening at a specific time or during a time window. But when it comes to online fundraisers, you have a lot of flexibility. So again, in a lot of cases, you could potentially eliminate the location or the need of a venue. So for example, if you're hosting online bingo or trivia night, maybe you're hosting an online raffle or an online auction, likely many of those things do not require a physical location to host your event. Maybe you just need access to Zoom or some type of video streaming service. And again, you can host your fundraiser completely online, making it a lot more flexible. On top of that, if you're accepting donations online, it gives you flexibility in the sense that you don't need that time window. You can promote it to parents online. They can donate at their convenience 24/7. So again, it's another great way to promote your fundraisers alongside the in-person fundraising events you might be doing. Another element of this flexibility is the fact that you could be promoting multiple different online fundraisers all at the same time. Again, if you wanted to launch several fundraisers in person for multiple different programs throughout your school, that would take a lot of volunteers, many different venues and locations, and that just might not be possible to do all at the same time. However, when you're doing online fundraisers, that's a lot easier to pull off, and you have that flexibility to have multiple fundraisers going on at the same time for your various programs across your school. And again, with a ticketing platform and events management system like Vanco Events, it's very easy to do that. Another element of flexibility is that you can launch fundraisers very quickly. So again, with Vanco Events, you can launch fundraisers in a matter of minutes and get those up and running and start promoting them. So again, maybe you need to raise funds quickly for a specific program. Maybe your team qualified for some type of event and now they can go, but it's last minute and you need to raise additional funds for transportation. Again, with an offline fundraiser, that might be difficult to pull off quickly. However, with online fundraisers, you can start promoting that within a matter of minutes and get that up and running. And you can start reaching out to your community very quickly to start raising funds where that might not be possible with an offline fundraiser. So again, you have that speed flexibility when it comes to online fundraisers for your school. Along with this flexibility, that actually ties into the fifth key reason to host online fundraisers, and that's the fact that you can promote your fundraisers all year long. And so again, a lot of times, depending on where your school might be located across the world, this could really hinder the types of fundraisers you might be able to do depending on the time of year. So again, potentially you live in a colder climate and certain types of fundraisers aren't really feasible year-round. So for example, you might not want to hold a car wash or a fun run in the middle of winter when it's snowing out. But again, if you have an online fundraiser and you're using that as a means to generate funds, this can really happen regardless of weather, regardless of the time of year, to help you generate funds for your program. On top of that, a lot of times when you're doing in-person events, you might be wanting to raise funds during a season of a specific program. So again, maybe it's football season and you're trying to raise funds for football during the time of year that that happens. But maybe you want to get a head start. Well, an online fundraiser is a great way to do that, as you can promote it throughout the entire year. You could set up fundraising goals like raising funds for uniforms, maybe it's transportation to get to the different games, whatever the case might be. Equipment and supplies for plays and musicals, maybe new instruments for the band. Again, a lot of different options, but you can have these running year-round 24/7 with an online fundraiser, where that's usually not possible with in-person fundraising events. And again, like I mentioned before, you can quickly set up these types of online fundraisers in a few minutes with Vanco Events. And so it's a great way to promote fundraisers throughout your school and to generate additional funds for your program. And so with Vanco Events, you get all the tools you need to make this possible, and we walk you through it every single step of the way. And so as I mentioned, you can quickly set up these fundraisers. We'll help you do it. And we even have a great package available right now focusing on done-for-you events. And so part of this package that's included for all customers of Vanco Events is the fact that we're going to build out a fundraiser for you that you can promote online. We'll also help you build out an event of your choice. So maybe this is setting up an event for an upcoming play or a football game, whatever the case might be. We'll help you build that as well. And then we're also going to provide you the tools to promote these events effectively. And again, when it comes to fundraising, that's half the battle. And so we'll offer you different email templates that you can send out to parents requesting donations in a natural way. We'll give you a script template for students so they can effectively reach out to their family and friends to drive donations. We'll give you social media posts you can use to promote your different online fundraisers. We'll even show you how you can quickly duplicate these events for all of your programs across your school to raise funds for anything you might need for any type of program you're interested in. And so again, you'll get all of this and much more with that done for you event package, and that's just included for all Vanco Events customers. So if you'd like to learn more about that, we'll have a link in the description below where you can sign up for a kickoff call with our team to schedule that done for you event. But on top of that, we've also put together several resources to help you run successful events and fundraisers at your school. So we put together an event planning checklist for schools. We also have a guide on over 100 different fundraising ideas for schools and much more. So again, we'll have links to those in the description below this video. Or maybe you just like to schedule a walkthrough with our team to see how you can use Vanco Events in your program. We'll have a link to schedule that demo in the description below as well. But again, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to get the latest updates of new videos we put out to help you build successful programs throughout your school. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.